Today I'm going to talk about something that I cannot unsee.
Mush it.
Hey Jamers, Jones here, back with another video. Here was another Animal Jam story time. Today's topic is glitches. I'm sure you've all encountered glitches at one point or another when playing Animal Jam. They happen a lot more frequently than they probably should, but nonetheless they're still pretty funny. But today I'm going to talk about the two biggest times that glitches happened in my game and nearly destroyed it. The first was a few years ago. I don't have any screenshots of it and I'll try and tell you guys about it as best as I can. This was still during the Animal Jam beta when I was just a little kid. A lot of things hadn't been patched and there was still a lot of stuff to work on. I was working on a really laggy computer reorganizing my den one day, and I noticed that a balloon item, instead of being named cluster of balloons, had been renamed hashtag 67221. I was like, okay, that's weird, and I put it in my den anyway. Really weird things started to happen. It almost spread like a virus. First, other items when I hovered over them would have hashtags and a set of numbers instead of names, and I just thought that was weird. Maybe the names had just accidentally been replaced with the item ID code. Until as soon as I exited out of my den decoration mode, every single one of the items that I had placed down had the ID tag hovering over it. I couldn't get rid of it as many times as I refreshed. And as I went back in to edit my den again, little green squares appeared under every single item I tried to set down. I think these green squares showed like where the item would touch and how big the item was. And then little dots showed up at the top and the bottom of the item, almost like guidelines for building. It was really weird. So my den items started acting absolutely crazy. And then my clothing items started doing it too. Little streams of numbers were going off of every single one of my items and I couldn't take items off of my animal. The whole game was bugging out. Lines of numbers came off of objects around me, just like sticking out into the open air. And some backgrounds, some rooms disappeared. There were a lot of square blocks where some items should be, and where animals in the adventure book usually are, there were just black squares. Eventually I could do nothing to stop the game from crashing, and when I tried to log back on it said, "Sorry, Animal Jam is down." I was like, well yeah, figures. The next glitch I want to talk about is extremely recent, and, to make it better, I have photographs. My friend and I hang out together a lot on Skype and play Animal Jam. Unfortunately, my friend has a really laggy computer, so she tried to go into my den, and it takes her a while for her to load up. I didn't know this, and while she was loading into my den, I switched to another den. Apparently, when everything finished loading, she was put into a hybrid of both dens. The Lucky Clover den and the Jamaladay den. She was in the Lucky den a little bit more, but the Jamaladay den still showed up. Items that were placed in the Jamaladay den would show floating around, and the whole wallpaper of the Jamaladay den would just show up in the sky. It's altogether very confusing and very strange to look at, because where I'm standing is right in the middle of the Jamaladay den, and where she's standing for me was in the middle of the sky. It is the oddest thing to see your friend come hover floating over to you down from the sky and into your den and say, "Hello, Jones." This has only happened to me once before, and quite frankly, I am glad that it has not happened more times. Anyways, I suppose that this glitch probably makes a lot of sense if you have a really slow computer, and you know that actually kind of sounds like something fun that you could try and do with your friends. I doubt that it would hurt the game that much. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this short little Animal Jam storytime video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like down below, and if you want to see more content like this, hey, why not subscribe? As always, jammers, stay safe and jam on. Jones out.